A luxury duplex in San Clemente's Pier just sold over $5 million in just 5 days, and we are headed into one of the most interesting winter markets that we've ever seen. On deck this week, we have a Fed rate cut decision and a continued decline in inventory. So many things are happening. Let's jump into what is possibly one of the most interesting moments in 2025 in the Beach City's real estate market. The high sale of the week this week is 508 Avenida Victoria in San Clemente's Pier. This was a luxury duplex built in 2020 with an owner's suite that was over 2,800 square feet and a 4.5 car garage, which is completely rare where parking is so competitive right there in the Pier. It also had a permitted short-term rental unit that you can rent out for income opportunities. And again, it was already approved for short-term. So again, this is a unicorn property that you hardly ever will see hit the market, which is why it sold in just 5 days. Let's jump into the numbers that matter here in the Beach Cities. Again, we define this as San Clemente, Dana Point, Laguna Niguel, and San Juan Capistrano. Our active listing inventory shrunk by another 11 homes this week, down to 448 active listings on the entire market across all price points, while simultaneously our demand, represented by the number of homes in escrow, went up by 3 properties, taking us to 177 in escrow properties right now. Why is this so interesting? Well, it bucks the normal trend that we see where the market cools off as we head into winter and you see lower demand and lower inventory. We're only getting one of those two. We're seeing the lower inventory but an increased demand, and so we're starting to see even more activity on popular listings. They're selling fast and we're often getting multiple offers. It's really an exciting winter. Despite the government shutdown, the Consumer Price Index report came out on Friday and it showed inflation is slightly slower than expected. So this is great news for interest rates. It means we're likely going to get our 25 basis cut to the Fed rate on Friday. But the bond market, which leads the mortgage rates and is the most correlated indicator of what's going to happen in mortgage rates, already prices this in. So the 10-year treasury yield is just under 4%, and we've seen a continued slight decline in mortgage rates. Again, I don't expect the Fed cut to itself to have very much impact on interest rates because that's already been anticipated. What does have more influence on the interest rate, however, after the Fed meeting is Jerome Powell's speech. So stay tuned. I'm sure I'm going to be covering a video like this on his speech, letting us know what direction is the Fed thinking we need to go. Are they more worried about the potential inflation risk or the continued unemployment risk? It's kind of a balance and a tug of war where they're saying, hey, if we're worried about inflation, then we're going to keep rates where they are, continue to have restrictive policy, maybe even raise them. If they're worried, though, about the weakening of the labor market, then the only logical answer is to continue to lower interest rates, which will give the much needed relief to housing affordability that buyers are looking for, and it will likely continue to pump up our local market demand. This week's deal of the week is an absolute steal in Niguel Shores. This is one of the most sought after neighborhoods in Dana Point, and properties like this rarely come on the market. Why people love it is you have private beach access, it's a large community, so you have low HOA dues, lots of amenities, and you also have a bluff front park where as a community you can gather, watch the sunsets, have barbecues. It's a wonderful time right there on Strands Beach. This property is located at 33152 Docinea. Check out the video. I was just at the property. It's a total fixer-upper priced at just $2.5 million. And why this is a total steal is because lots of properties in the neighborhood have already improved their homes. I estimate that the after renovation value on this property, if you come in and do a beautiful job remodeling it, is somewhere over $4 million. That's right. If you can pick this thing up at its list price of $2.5 million, it's a steal. Offers are due November 4th. So if you want to go take a look at this, I'd love to give you a private tour. We do need to get in there before November 4th though. Give me a call, send me a text. Let's go check it out. That's a wrap on this week's Beach City market update. We've got shrinking inventory, increasing demand, pending rate cuts, lower inflation than expected. It's such a fascinating time right now. Follow along, hit subscribe. If you like this content, reach out to me if I can help you with any of your real estate strategies. I look forward to seeing you next week.